since knowing Nate wasn't going to be available, and how some of the other guys that are going to be elevated because of that have responded?
You know what? One good thing about these guys is that I think they understand. They understand that we got to keep going, and they're the next man up, and they've done a good job of that. So as far as that's concerned, it's been great. Now, we would love to have Nate and his experience and his leadership, but we had to move on. So that's been good.
How has Antonio in particular looked over the last week or so?
Good. I mean, he's doing a good job communication-wise. We've been in the defense 2 years, so he knows it well enough to speak on what we need to do adjustment-wise. So he's been doing a great job.
As far as size and athleticism, I mean, what do Tennessee's receivers, how do they compare to other guys? I mean, SEC receivers I think, look a little different than what maybe you see weekly in the Big Ten.
Yeah, the SEC receivers look like thoroughbreds. So, the two that come to mind, they're long, they attack the ball, they do a good job bodying up the DBs. Like Jennings is big. He's 6'5". He has an opportunity, 6'3" rather. He has an opportunity to catch the ball and kind of body you off, and they put him at the X position. That's where our boundary corner is, and we usually stay boundary and field. So that's going to be a good challenge for our boundary corner, whether it's Kalu or whether it's Lamar Jackson. So excited over there, and then we just got to see what they're going to do with number 3. If they're going to leave him in the slot or they're going to play him on the edges. So it's going to be a good game now. Good game.
It's pretty exciting to have your guys match up against kind of a step up in competition like this. We'll see how they respond.
I wouldn't say Big Ten receivers are bad. I mean, I think there's some solid receivers. But I would say these dudes, they could roll. When they jog out, if you guys are there pregame, they jog out there, it's going to be a while. You're going to see some nice-sized guys, and they're going to be running like deer. So I'm excited about that challenge. I definitely am excited about that challenge.
With the shifting you guys have in the secondary, what role does Aaron Williams going to play in the game plan for you guys with Glue moving inside?
I think he's going to play deep safety, and he also could play some nickel stuff and some dime stuff for us. So he's still going to do a lot of the same things that he's done before.
With Lamar, too, seeing more time at that outside spot, I mean, this is going to be a pretty big challenge for him, especially with stepping in there as a true freshman, right?
Yeah, it's not going to be quiet. It's not going to be quiet on his side. They like to be 3-by-1 and get the isolation on the X receiver. If we're in probably anything single high, they probably attack him. So he's been prepared, and we've been attacking him like that at practice. So I'm excited to watch him. It's time to play.
What have you learned over this bowl month? You've had, 16 practices total. You're going to have total. What have you just learned about your team maybe over this month of December?
It's been a good flow, but the guy that I really been watching because I'm expecting some things from is the Cabro Boodle. I thought he had a good young guys practice as far as attacking the ball, his approach to the ball carrier, just all those things I thought was clean. I'm excited about this spring and seeing him get a chance to play.
I'm sorry, he was the guy that you guys mentioned is potentially playing right away as a true freshman.
Right.
I guess what does he bring to the table, and what excites you the most just about his skill set?
Man, he got short area quickness. He has good ball skills, contact courage, so he doesn't mind tackling. I mean, all those things. So I'm excited about that.
Coach Bray mentioned about one of the challenges to having such a long layoff is focus, keeping the guys on point because they have so much time. And he said they credited the guys at really staying focused. Do you think maybe some of that might have to do with the way the regular season ended, or is it just this group of kids that are able to keep their focus?
I don't know, but I agree with Coach Bray. I think that lull can be up and down. There's Christmas, there's finals, but they stayed focused. And we've been able to practice with a good tempo. I think it's a little bit of one, you're going against a good opponent. You're going against an SEC opponent. That's pretty good. 2, you want to end this thing off well. I mean, we had opportunity last year to end it off well, and this year we'd like to do the same thing.
It's challenging, though. It's a nice challenge, a nice chip on the shoulder to prove that you can shut down an SEC high-scoring offense like Tennessee.
I just think anytime you get an opportunity to be back on the grass and prove that you're a good team, you want to do that. And we got an opportunity to do that.
Hey, what challenge for your defensive backs is Dobbs?